So before we go anywhere, let's take one breath together. Inhale through your nose and slowly exhale, letting your shoulders soften so they're not up at the ears. I am Holly, and this is the healing power of sound. In the last episode, we talked about humming, how it stimulates the vagus nerve and increases nitric oxide. Today, we're stepping into something visual, cymatics, the science of how sound affects physical matter. And this episode is not about hype, it's just about curiosity. Cymatics is the study of visible sound vibration. In simple terms, it shows how sound waves organize matter into patterns. In classic cymatics experiments, a metal plate is covered with sand. When sound frequencies are played through this plate, the sand begins to move and the frequency changes. The sand rearranges itself into geometric patterns. When the frequency shifts again, the pattern changes again. Same plate, same sand, different vibration, different structure. So it's not something that's mystical, it's physics. Sound creates vibration, vibration creates movement. Movement organizes matter according to frequency. At certain frequencies, the vibration creates stable nodal points, areas where the sand settles. That's why when you see those intricate geometric shapes, the pattern is visible expression of that vibration. Frequencies determine the form. So cymatic experiments have also been done with water. Water responds to vibration by forming surface patterns. Now here's where people often jump too quickly. Yes, the human body is mostly water, but that doesn't mean specific frequency magically restructures your entire body into perfect geometry. We have to stay grounded. What it does suggest is that vibration influences matter, and your body is matter. So it's responsible to explore how organized vibration might influence biological systems, not in a magic way, but in a regulatory way. So let's connect to this, what we've already talked about. In episode 1, we talked about entrainment. Episode 3, we've discussed the vagal stimulation. Now, to add another layer, sound doesn't just influence the nervous system electronically, it also moves the tissue mechanically. So low-frequency sound waves can travel through the body. You don't just hear them, you feel them. This mechanical vibration interacting with fluid and fascia, your body is not static. I should say, sorry, that's mechanical vibration interacting with fluid and fascia. Your body is not static. It's dynamic. A vibration is information. So before you lie in front of a gong and feel waves moving through your body, that's mechanical vibration. You're not imagining it. You're experiencing low-frequency sound travel through tissue of fluid. Sometimes it feels expansive, sometimes it feels emotional, sometimes it feels a little disorienting. Not because the gong is mystical, but because it's complex. It's a wide spectrum of frequencies interacting with your system all at once. Excuse me. And complexity organizes, sometimes gently, sometimes dramatically. We'll go deeper into the next episode. We'll go deeper in the next episode. But remember the orchestra metaphor I talked about? If the body is an orchestra, cymatics shows that vibration can organize chaos into pattern, not by forcing it, but by introducing structure. So sound doesn't heal sand on a plate, it organizes it. The sand moves into coherence because vibration creates stable points. That's a powerful visual metaphor for the nervous system. When rhythm becomes stable, systems organize. But it's important not to overstate this. Cymatics does not prove that sound cures disease. It doesn't prove that certain frequencies fixes everything. What it does show is that vibration influences structure, and that supports what we've been discussing. Rhythm influences regulation. Regulation influences healing capacity. Those are connected, but they're not exactly the same thing. So staying in the nuance builds integrity. If you want to consider something, if vibration can organize sand, if vibration can create geometric pattern in water, what might steady intentional vibration be doing inside of our nervous system? And just sit with that question for a moment. You don't have to answer it, just notice how it feels. So, can sound change matter? Yes, in measurable physical ways. Cymatics shows us that vibration shapes structure, but the deeper question is, how does that shaping influence living systems? And that's where the nervous system regulation, coherence, and trauma-informed sound work become important. So in the next episode, we're going to talk about why gongs feel so intense, and that's what's actually happening during those experiences. So stay with me.